Alright, welcome back YouTube. We're going to take two on this. Okay, so assuming everything's working correctly, welcome back to the old card shop. We are back again with another episode of a PSA return. This one, unlike others that you've probably seen, usually people, well, let's just not even say that. This is a PSA 1 submission, so let's just kind of show, just most of these are going to be low grade. So if you want to sit back, relax, and, go down in the comments and tell me about how foolish you think I am and how silly this is to do, I'd love to hear it. Honestly, it doesn't offend me. I like to hear the discourse and have the discourse with you. Sometimes I don't get a chance to respond, but let's just get into this submission, assuming it's going to record this time. PSA 1 Machamp. There's one card in this submission that didn't get graded, but everything else did get graded, and this is the entire submission. All of it was submitted at once, and there were no other cards in it. I don't know if they kept it in order, but this is the exact order that it came back to me in, so I guess we'll see with the cert numbers if it was scrambled, as it were. But so far, we're getting all PSA 1s, and as many of you may know, that's kind of one of the things that I'll do. These were oftentimes picked up for either low cost or no cost, and what I mean by that is oftentimes people will come sell me their cards at conventions, collecticons, local shows, and in those binders there's a mixture of damaged, mint, moderately played, light played, mixture of everything in there, and usually people don't want any of the damaged cards that come up to them, but I actually buy them for really, really low, if not, barely anything, in addition to the mint cards that people will come up to me with, because I think that some of these cards, even though they're worth nothing in this condition raw, might be worth something to someone in a slab. And that's what the peak bullish argument would be. Oh man, some of these hollow patterns are like Unseen Forces are just really cool with the Pokeball design in the background, like Ghost Rare sort of thing. But yeah, a lot of this stuff isn't really viable anymore. I'll be 100% honest with you. This was working for me very, very well when we were really, really booming. These days, most of these will probably be kept in my collection. I'm sure all of them will go on eBay, but none of them will probably sell. And maybe some people will reach out to me. I'll sell them privately at collecticons, but this is definitely more of a bust than a boom. Some cool cards though. So I mean, if you just want to sit back and listen to the voice of a grading, aging Pokemon YouTuber as he serenades you with successes, I guess you could call this, or failures, or a little bit of both. I don't know. What would you even call this? Sad. These are cool though. Like a lot of these cards, seeing them in whatever grade is kind of cool. I think there are some people who, even in the cycle that we're in now, will still probably want these cards. Will I make my grading fees back on them? Oh, most assuredly not. But it's one of those things, it's just one of those things. Shout out to Z&G Emporium. I was promised that we would never be punished. And here we are. Maybe I'll send some of these to him. It's just, as far as consignment services are concerned, I have very little use for any of them. So when I say I will send some of them to him, I do actually like sending raw cards in to him, stuff that I don't want to grade myself and list. But a lot of this stuff I kind of like to have myself to have as inventory, because it's sort of funny to have a bunch of PSA 1s at your booth, and it brings some people over. So as you can see, we got about 100% success rate getting ones. Shout out to some of our friends in the hobby who also do this play, if you can even call it a play. It's not hard to get ones. PSA will give just about anything a one, as long as it fits within their parameters of a gradable card. Now, if the card's damaged to the point where they don't consider it gradable anymore, which there is somewhat of a fine line with that, they still won't do anything, but they won't charge you for it. It'll just come back to you like this, and then you just kind of waste your time. But if you're in for zero at the card in the first place for the your costs, or if it didn't really matter because they were damaged in the first place, then who cares, right? there were a few of these cards that came from collections that I actually had to pay for, but not many of them. Like, for example, this PSA, this Snorlax. I think I actually did still pay someone probably like $20 for that. Maybe less, 15, $20. And it was damaged. It was like bent in half. So, it's just one of those things. It's one of those things. What do you guys think? What am I doing here? I just thought it'd be fun. I'm not, obviously, I don't think I'm going to do many more of these grading plates. I think it's better to just do, like, stick to the base set Charizard for PSA 1s. This is more of a, let's call it a high cycle, a boom cycle before the bust. Signs of bust to come. But we like busts here at the old card shop. We like busts, so... speaking of Charizard, there's a big Charizardy there, fire lizard right there, my friends. See, that's something like that. Okay, I lied. I probably will make the cost of the submission back just based on a couple of cards, like something like this, like the first edition Zappy. I mean, that's people like that card. That's another Charizard. People need, it's the first ever Charizard, 1996. What do you want? What do you want from me? And then this is something that will, for sure, I regret. But yeah, I think I can sell it for $20. At least $20, probably more. And now, if you stuck around this long, the payoff of all this, you get to see what they wouldn't grade. So guesses down below. What did you think this card was before I actually showed it? I want to know how little or how much you think of me based on the guesses you gave me. I'm going to obviously show you right now, but before I reveal this card, what did you think was going to be in this little non-graded package? I want to know what you think of me based on that. So, just right off the bat, they wouldn't grade it because of that. It wasn't enough of a card, apparently. Which is bullshit. I feel like excuse my French. I feel like I've sent in cards that were worse than that, but who knows. And it was a Dragonite. Come here. Get out of here. Come here. Dragonite from something. What is this Dragonite from? I don't even remember, but it wasn't gradable, so who wants it? Comment down below if anyone wants this Dragonite. Hashtag Dragonite giveaway. I'll ship it to you in a PWE, and you'll win it on the channel, Razzle Dazzle style, whatever that means. Shout out to you, Rattle. Alright, let's go. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming and watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one.